Hi everyone, I'm Cinder89, and welcome back to Let's Play Kirby Superstar Ultra. This episode, we're going to be doing Meta Nightmare Ultra. That cool knight's reappeared. Defeat foes to store power, then touch the screen to use abilities. He trains as he journeys. Bring a sword knight with you to the comet at Galaxy's End. Now, as you can see, I've already gotten to level 3. Why, you may ask? Well, I already recorded this episode once, but the sound didn't. The sound messed up. There was no sound. So, let's, for me, do it again, but for you the first time. In Meta Nightmare Ultra, you play as Meta Knight. KO foes to store power. Touch icons on the lower screen to use skills. As you can see, Meta Knight has 4 different skills. He has Mach Tornado, which is here. I'll be using the mouse cursor again as my stylus. Mach Tornado, damage all foes on the screen. It takes 30 points. As you defeat enemies, you'll get these blue orbs that will give you points. For 10 points, Meta Knight can recover his health. This is a full heal, so he'll get all of his HP back. For 8 points, you can use Meta Quick, and it increases his run speed, just his speed overall, actually, so he moves faster. And for 2 points, you can use Night Call, and call a friend to fight by your side. This is like having a helper. So 2, 8, 10, 30. These are the 4 skills you have, plus Meta Knight is, of course, a swordsman. He has all of the sword skills that Sword Kirby has. Observe. Down thrust. He has the 3 slashes, as you can see. He can still pick up food to restore his health. Now you see those blue orbs every time an enemy dies? Those are the points. Some enemies give 1, some enemies give 2. Mini bosses and bosses can get, I think mini bosses give 5. It's a really big orb. And bosses give 10. Let's test this out. I see Meta Knight hits pretty darn hard. Yes, he gave 5. But he acts just like Sword Kirby. Although the sword, it feels like it has better range. Not by much, but it does have better range. So let's go ahead and show heal off real quick. See, full HP. We'll also use Night Call, so I can show that off. As you can see, it's just summoning the CPU helper. If you have a second player to play with, you can have it be controlled by the second player, I believe. Just like all the other helpers. But Meta Knight works just like Sword Kirby. So, if you really like Sword Kirby, you'll feel right at home with Meta Knight. He does jump pretty high, though. As you see, his 1-up has... it looks like him. And if you haven't noticed, we're actually playing through Spring Breeze. That was the first stage for Kirby. Now we're in the second stage. Oh, Mr. Frosty. I got a little too close there. There we go. Also, the heal skill does heal the partner as well. See? 2 full HP as well. Very nice, very handy. As long as you keep your sword points up, then shouldn't be any major problem. Here you have Lololo and La La La. Shouldn't take too many more hits. Jeez. Just thrust up. Yep. Now we're in the third stage. Meta Knight's dash attack is very helpful because you do have some invincibility frames while you're using it. Ah, we'll heal the partner. Why not? Ow. There we go. Take the Warp Star. This is just a fun, pretty relaxing game mode to me. Because Meta Knight is very strong. And with the ability to heal pretty much at will, just about. 10 points isn't that hard to get. Look, Sir Kibble gives 2. I believe Rocky does as well. Though he's a bit harder to kill. Alright, let's show off Mach Tornado. See how much damage it does to a boss. That little damage it has right now was the Blade Knight. But as you can see, that took most of the boss's life away. That's what you can expect. It's that powerful. At 30 points, it's not cheap. I also like how Meta Knight just slides in here, all cool. But you decimate that enemy. Now here you can get some points back because the enemy will continuously respawn. But fight DDD, Mach Tornado. Show DDD who's boss. See, not much left for DDD after that. And that's that. And that's it. See, I do have a best time already. I did that one slightly more quick. It was around the 5-minute mark, so not that much faster than the first time I did it. The sword points, as you can see, carry over. You can always try to beat your best time. If you're doing that, Meta Quick will come in handy. You'll want to use it a lot for the extra speed and just to run. But just getting through it, Meta Knight's very formidable, as you can see. Between Heal and Mach Tornado, it's got a lot of power. At the end of every world, I'm just going to call it world, you get a save pad. It works just like the save pads in the Great Cave Offensive. Step on it, and you'll be fully healed, and you can save your progress. Well, it looks like Meta Knight found a new challenge for his training. Dynablade. So now, just like Kirby went through Dynablade, so is Meta Knight. Now, there is no overworld map, because there's really no need for it for Meta Knight. And we're gonna fight through Dynablade. So this is the equivalent of Stage 1 for Kirby. Up, Meta Knight's sword can reach that. I'm not sure if Kirby's sword can. Maybe they do have the same range, and I'm not... just not seeing it, but it feels like Meta Knight's sword has slightly more range. Up we go. Go down. Meta Knight isn't the fastest flyer. Excuse me. But it's not that bad. Should be Chef Kawasaki, yep. So really, if all of this looks familiar, it should. It's just like it is in, just like it was in Dynablade for Kirby. So this is the equivalent of Stage 2 in Dynablade. Now, all the secret rooms are still here, but really, there's no reason to get them because there's no secrets in there. Just to show you, remember there was the big button here for Kirby, which unlocked one of the ability rooms? Not there. Because, well, Meta Knight doesn't need that. He doesn't need an ability room. Can't use it. Come on. Should be almost there. Yep, there we go. I mean, get out of here. And just to show it off, I'll use Meta Quick. As you can see, he does have quite a boost to speed. Now, as you can see, you're not invuln during it, so that you do have to be careful of. You can still run into enemies, you can still get hit, take damage. There we go. Pretty easy. Now you can hit stakes with Meta Knight's sword for whatever reason. You can do just about anything with Meta Knight's sword, really. For whatever reason that is. Get through here. Yep. Took damage and got the partner killed while trying to heal. Yes! Go me! Go and resummon him, why not? He's only 2 points, and honestly, for Meta Nightmare, he's pretty handy. If nothing else, maybe the enemies will hit the partner instead of you. And if he kills an enemy while you're not paying attention, hey, more sword points. And really, that's it. There is one thing, now that we've switched stages, that I wish was done differently, or not necessarily done differently, but I think could have been improved upon. This is a really fun game mode, don't get me wrong, and honestly, if you keep your sword points high, it's not that hard. Quick note, if you die for whatever reason, your sword points do get reset. So you'll be back down to 0. Just something to keep in mind. Heal. As I'm sure you've already seen, 50 is the max points you can carry. But the one thing I wish they would have done for Meta Nightmare Ultra, I think it would have been really neat if every time you've completed a world, like let's say we've already completed Spring Breeze, every time you complete one, Meta Knight got a new skill or a skill got upgraded. I think that would have been really, really cool to do. Because from what I understand, Meta Knight's on this training journey. That's what he's doing. He's training. And so I think it would have been really neat if you showed that through Meta Knight gaining additional skills or upgrades. While the 4 moves are really cool, they're really nice. Really quick, see, Meta Knight's sword can even light fuses. But I just think that would have been a very interesting thing to do. That way you could show that Meta Knight's training and getting better. Even though he's already a great swordsman, you know, he's training. Wants to become better. Grab this one up, even though we really don't need it. Between the heal skill and Mach Tornado, you should really have no problems. Especially with the heal skill. It's, for lack of a better way to put it, it's very abusable. It's just an abusable mechanic. Costing 10 points, I mean, that's 5 to 10 kills on normal enemies. But there's a lot of enemies around. And if you're fighting mid-bosses like that, you get 5. That could Mach Tornado, but... There we go. That's it for this. And here we have a random encounter, which I don't think is random, but remember when Kirby could have those random encounters on the map? That's what this is. And they're even nice enough to give you a 1-up. After that fight, this music should sound familiar. There is some healing items there, so heal up. And then prepare to face Dynablade. So I would just go ahead and Mach Tornado. It really saves you a lot of time on the boss fights. Then it just takes a few additional slashes. And that's it. And there we go. That's Dynablade. Of course, it's longer than Spring Breeze, but not too difficult. Go ahead and save. That's right, Meta Knight is even going through the Great Cave Offensive. Now, there are no treasures here. Like, observe. And here. Hey, there would be a treasure where the bananas are. Now, to me, this makes sense. The hole was open. So, to me, that shows that Kirby's already been here. And it would make sense that there's no treasure. Or maybe Meta Knight just doesn't care. Doesn't care for treasure. But either way, there's no treasure. See, there's a piece of, I guess, pie is what that is? Not sure. But where there would be treasure, there's food. Now, to Kirby, that is a treasure, but that's a different conversation. Yes, that fight is that easy. Now, you don't get any sword points for that, but honestly, you're getting a lot of sword points anyway from enemies, so just make that fight quick and easy. Slash. Get some food. And look, it's my favorite boss. Sarcastically, of course. Here, have a mock tornado. Almost got you. Ha! Bye. And Meta Knight even has the minecart section, which I think is pretty cool. He has this cloak wrapped around him while riding in the minecart. And we're off to the next section. Whoa, through the door. There we go. Now, as you can see, there's only one door here. When Kirby went through it, there were 3. I really like this, because the other 2 ways had treasure. That's all they were there for, was to get more treasure. The exit is of course, this way. Since there's no treasure, there's no need for those doors. And I appreciate that the game designers took them out. Or else you could just be running around for no reason. And now time for my not sarcastically favorite boss. Computer virus! A slime appears! Meta Knight and his friend attack. Yeah, if you have a partner, it says, and your friend. Meta Knight and his friend attack. Which I think is really neat that the game puts that in there, because it isn't just Meta Knight. Uses a hex, but nothing happened. Now, the partner really isn't doing much, but a magician appears, 130 life. And first attack. Oh no! Let's see how well the mock tornado does. So here we go. The magician has a 130 life. And that's it for the magician. Meta Knight and friend beat all the enemies. You gained 112 EXP. Your heroism went up by 5. Beauty went up by 3. Behind the mask. Dreaminess went up by 1. Trustworthiness went up by 5. Charisma went up by 2. Leadership went up by 4. That's really neat. When I did this the first time, it said that I didn't have Blade Knight with me, and it said that Meta Knight's sword sharpness went up, which is neat. So this time his leadership went up, which I guess makes sense because he has a follower. So I really like that, and I like when it said his blade sharpness went up, Because you could have just recycled all of the Kirby things. But no, Meta Knight got his own stat, sword sharpness. It's little things like that that I really enjoy. It just shows that there was a level of detail put into the game and a level of thought that I can appreciate. I hope you can too. I hope you like that. Because to me it shows that the game designers cared. Now we just went through the old tower and wow, that was the fastest level we've been through. And there's something you need to remember. Old Tower was completely optional. Kirby did not have to go there. Now, we did, of course, with Kirby, because we wanted to get him lots of shiny treasures. Off the ladder, please. Thank you. But we wanted to get Kirby a lot of shiny treasures, so we did go through the old tower. But for Meta Knight, since he doesn't need any treasures, no need for the old tower, so it's just skipped. Here, have a mock tornado. Bye. And back into the minecart we go. And if you remember the Great Cave Offensive, this is it! Wham Bam Rock was the final boss. Here we go up the elevator. And up the elevator again. And off we go! There we go. And as you can see, Great Cave Offensive is a lot faster to go through when you're not trying to get all the treasures. Or any treasures for that matter. As just, if you're just going stage by stage by stage, it's pretty fast to go through. But we're gonna save. And I'm gonna end this episode here. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this first part of Meta Nightmare Ultra. It's a fun game mode that isn't really that hard. If you like Kirby's sword ability, you'll like Meta Nightmare Ultra, and if you don't, well, challenge yourself. Get used to the sword. This is a great mode to do it, because you can heal yourself, you can use Mock Tornado to get through bosses. It's set up to really get to know the sword skill. Even though, by the time you have Meta Nightmare Ultra unlocked, you may not want to really get used to the sword. But it's here, it's a fun game mode, it's neat to play as Meta Knight. I just wish like I said earlier, the skills would have changed up, upgraded as you went through. I think that would have been really cool. But next episode, we'll continue with this and hopefully beat it. And then we'll see how that goes, and we'll go from there. So, until then, I'm Cinder89. Remember to shoot for the stars, and take care, everyone.